Welcome back, everyone. This is Thomas Triple T Ty with another new bullish crypto analysis. Before we dig in, remember if you find value, please take the time to smash the like, ring my bell, hit subscribe, and leave some comments. I love comments. So let's dig in and take a look at the Bitcoin charts. Here we have trading view 1 week time frame. It's been a minute since I revisited this chart, so I'm excited to do it. So let me turn on my highlighter. All right, here we go. So previously, you recognize this descending triangle right here. This is the resistance for the triangle, and this is the support. Bitcoin broke out above the descending triangle with 3 consecutive white or green candles. So that's very bullish. It's currently below the bull market support band, which is this grayish band here. If it's above that, it tends to be bullish. If it's below that, it tends to be bearish. But it's approaching near it again, so that's positive. On the Bollinger Band, I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's near the bottom. It's between the bottom and the middle, not quite the bottom. And so, and also this line right here, this pink line, is the 50-week moving average, and it's really close to it. The 50-week moving average and the bull market support band, they happen to be in the same spot. So once it breaks through both of those, or into that area, that's very bullish. So it's looking pretty good. As far as where it's sitting on price level, it's currently in between this top group of levels that have had pretty decent volume in the past, and this bottom one where it had a lot more volume. So it's sitting right in between those two. So it's looking pretty bullish right now. But I put a little warning sign here because anything could happen. If the money that's in that recently moved to the crypto market, Bitcoin in particular, is not there for the long term, and they're just looking to take profit, this could be very volatile. We have a couple supporting structures here we want to take a look at. This red line right here, that's at 33.3. So down in the low 30s. It's a strong support area, and Bitcoin bounced there before and bounced back up. Could it bounce back down again? Yes, the possibility is there. I would not remove that just yet. And up here, there's a green line here. And that is a support line, which is around 41. As you can see previously, it bounced off of, it dropped here, came close to 41, bounced back up, bounced back down, bounced back up, bounced back down, and then eventually bounced down. So that 41K level is a crucial support level, and it's going to test that again to see if if it's going to support it. If it breaks through the 41 level here, more than likely it could revisit the mid 30s and low 30s and possibly high 20s. That's a possibility. The next resistance level is around 46K or 46.3 on this chart here. This red line right here, that's the next one. And above that, we have another resistance line right up here at 51K area. It says 51.3 here, but that would be the next one. If it breaks through all that, high probability it'll come back to the near or set another all-time high. Is that in the card? Sure. Is that in the card? Is the probability of that happening in the near term, like let's say in next couple of weeks? I would not think so, but it's there. The possibility is there. Down here, let's look at the indicators. We have the KDJ line, the white KDJ line, fanning above the blue K and the red D line. So that's bullish. But if you look at the slope, the previous week the slope was higher, and the current slopes here, they're a little bit more tapered. They're tapering down, so flattening out slightly. So it could go up slightly like this, or it could just go back down. We'll wait and see. On the MACD, the white MACD line flattened out below the red signal line, and you can see the changes in the color of the bars here. It was very red, which is bearish, and it became lighter red, which is more trending bullish. So that's why I have a bear and a bull here. Below that, we have RSI. The red RSI and the aqua CVD lines are rising, but leveling off. So here's the red line, and here's the aqua line just above it. You can see in the previous 2 weeks, it was rising sharply, and then currently it's leveling off right there. So it's still bullish, but caution. The momentum white line is just going up pretty much at a sharp angle, 45, maybe less than, maybe 40-degree angle here. Oh, depending on how you change the zoom in and also the expansion of this indicator, but it still has a very sharp slope. So that's positive there. So I gave it a bear. So overall summary, I gave this the weekly chart a bear, but with a caution, because you know, you want to be we haven't really retested this 41K level yet, so I would still be cautious. If we test the 41K level and it bounces up, that's reinforces the bullish trend. But if it doesn't, then we're going to be back down in this zone in the mid-30s, in the 30s again. So yeah, bullish with caution. Now let's take a look at the daily chart. Here's the daily chart. Previously we had the descending channel right here, and it broke out of that with this giant candle, white candle, and it's slowly been creeping up. There's a little red candle here, but overall it's been mostly a white candle, so that's positive. Let's see here. Oh yeah, we have the 50-day moving average that Bitcoin just crossed, and it looks like it's staying above that, so that's positive. On the Bollinger Band, it's above the top of the Bollinger Band, so that says that on the daily chart it's overbought. The current candle right here is between two high volume price levels, right up here at around 47K, and right down here at around 43K. So it's in between that, and that there's not a lot of volume there. So it might go up here, feel some resistance, or it might drop down here and feel some support down here. So this is kind of like no man's land, really. You notice on the current daily candle, the upper wick and the bottom wick are very similar, and we have a small body. What that's indicating is that there is pretty much equal forces between the bulls and the bears, and the market's indecisive in the current day right now. But we'll see how this day finishes. But yeah, that's what that is. Let's see, what else do we have here. I think that covers this region. Let's go down below here. Let's take a look at some volume stuff. You can see, at least on this Bitfinex, you can see the three candles have increased in volume on the day. Let's go back to the week first and see how that looks on the week. I did this last night, but I want to show you again. On the weekly volume, you can see that it's decreasing volume here on the three candles. So that means that the weekly move to the upside is slightly weak. Yes, you can have situations where you can have divergent price increase and volume decreasing and still have an upward movement. You can have that, but traditionally this shows a weak trend to the upside. Now let's go back to the daily chart. Daily chart, our volume is is showing increase in volume at least for the last 3 days, so that's positive. But overall, what does it look like? It's kind of going sideways, pretty much. It's not an obvious trend if you look at a week's time frame. You have spikes ups and downs. Down in the KDJ area, the white KDJ line leveled off near the top. So here's the range. You can see that here's a really high top. Here's a really low bottom on that range. So we have this whole range to play with. It almost topped out, and then you can see that it's coming back down on the white J line. If that white J line bounces off these two and come back up and retest the top zone again, that's a possibility, and that would be slightly bullish. But if it drops back down below the two, the blue and the red lines, it'll be more bearish. It'll probably tend to go more down towards the bottom of the range. For the MACD, we've had white histogram bars, which are bullish, so that's good. And you can see the white MACD line is trending above the red signal line. And if you zoom in right here, you can see it's pretty straight up. It's not leveling off yet. And if it continues, so here's the 0 mark line right here, this horizontal line, where the different color, the white versus the red, they kind of intersect. It's currently just above that 0 line. If it continues above, like it did here, that's extremely bullish. But if it reverts and rounds off and drops back down, then it will become slightly more bearish. So yeah, this range is really important also for MACD. For the red RSI, the aqua CVD, his red RSI, aqua CVD, and the white momentum lines are all trending up in the last several days. So that's bullish. But you also will notice, let me magnify it up for you. You also notice that it's starting to angle and flatten out. See that? A little less angle. Not so much the CVD aqua line, but the other two. Oh, click the wrong button. Yeah, so there you go. These the red and the white RSI and the momentum indicator are leveling off, and but the aqua line still going up. So that's bullish, but tempered on the current day. So best to wait and see what it does, and that pretty much covers the TradingView charts on the weekly and the daily. I won't be going to the 8-hour chart because I'll save that for the quickies. Let's take a look at the heat map and see what's going on. You can see the downtrend since earlier this morning, starting in the around 1 a.m. roughly. Well, actually, no, it's right around here it started. So 1 a.m. is right here. So just after midnight Pacific Standard Time, started trending down, and you can see some choppiness here, and then it came down as low as around 40. What is this here? 42.7, and then you can see all these buys here, these consecutive buy orders, and that's not organic. So when you see this, chances are it's going to come back down again. See that here? It comes back down. Here it's going to come back down again. So and there's some spoofing occurring right now. You can see that right here. Let me see here. So the current line's right here. You get some spoofing walls here, here, and down here, because they just come in and out. Let's zoom out and see where the levels are. Yeah, you can see the spoofing walls more easily here. On top, we got something at 50, bottom 30 is pretty solid. I don't think I need to zoom out that much. Yeah, on top you got 50 and 51. And the bottom you got a new one coming in here at 35. A smaller one at 34. The 30 is less red now than it's been in the past. And the size is slightly smaller, and you still get 28 wall here, and so but not as many buy walls down below here. So looks like the sentiment is that the market is gonna go up, because they're not really preparing for this except for these two walls here. I hope you found value in this video, and if you did, go ahead and smash the like, ring my bell, hit subscribe, and leave a comment, please. I'll see you in the next video later today. Peace.